Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. As you can see from the title, today I am going to be answering a bunch of you guys' questions all related to postpartum. For anyone new here, I had our baby girl about 3.5 months ago. So now I'm 3.5 months postpartum and you guys asked me so many questions. I screenshotted them for you guys. Look at how many questions, okay? Each picture has like, I don't even know, like 6 or 8 questions. So there's a lot. And then I went ahead and like screenshotted my favorites, a lot of like the repetitive questions, and we are gonna go through them one by one. And I'm gonna just let you guys know how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, mom life, my postpartum life, all of that. And I'm so excited for today's video, especially because it is sponsored by Shiseido, which is one of my favorite brands. Their products are just next level amazing, and I am going to be using a couple of different products today, but I really just want to quickly highlight this right here. But like I said, I'm also going to be featuring other Shiseido products in today's video. I'm not really going to be focusing on a lot of different products. I'm just going to do like a get ready with me and answer you guys' questions. I will put everything that I use on my face today, like on the screen somewhere and in the description box below, so definitely check there. Okay, this was the longest introduction, so let's just go ahead and get started. So I got this question quite a bit in like different ways, and that is all about self-care. How do you practice self-care? How do you find time for yourself, especially with the baby? And I would just say it's very hard. It is very hard now more than ever to find like any time for myself, because I have this tiny little person that I'm fully responsible for, you know? And I know for a fact my husband Vishal feels exactly the same way. Like your priorities completely change. But I will just say, and this is actually advice that I remember from my nurse when I was in the hospital, and she said to really prioritize self-care, because if you take care of yourself, you will take care of everyone else around you so much better. So I really do my best to prioritize self-care, and the way that I do and practice self-care is almost always with skincare. So in the morning and in the evening, I'll just spend like 5 minutes and just really take care of my skin, and it just makes me feel so happy. Genuinely, it makes me feel like I'm doing something for myself, and I love it. I do want to quickly highlight the Shiseido Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate, and this serum is incredible. So first of all, let's just talk about the packaging, okay? It's the packaging for me, but really it's the entire serum for me. This serum is incredible if you have really dry skin like me, but honestly, like all different skin types will also love it, because first of all, this is what it looks like. It's like this gel consistency. It is so hydrating on the skin, and you guys will see like my skin just absorbs it right away, and it just leaves my face, my skin feeling so hydrated, so like supple, extremely soft, and look at the glow that this adds to my skin. And it's also packed with like really potent antioxidants, which I will leave on the screen, that also helps with anti-aging, which you guys know me now at 31, that's like one of my top skincare concerns. I want only anti-aging products now, but I want products that work, you know, and this really, really does work. I've used this before, I'm using it again, and my skin loves it. And you will notice right away, first of all, the beautiful glow that this adds to the skin, and also the hydration, and of course, anti-aging benefits over time. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the link for this serum in the description box below. Definitely check it out there. Okay, the next question is so funny, but someone asked, on a scale of 1 to 10, how tired are you? And I will just say that I'm actually not that tired anymore, because thankfully, I'm so grateful, like so extremely grateful. Mia is a really good sleeper, and she wakes up, I would say like once, maybe twice at night. Twice is like just a couple of nights now, here and there, but just mostly once at night for feeding. But other than that, she really does sleep through the night. And we're not really on like a full schedule right now. I feel like she's still too young. She's only 3.5 months to be like on a proper schedule. But we kind of have some things that we do every single day. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, okay, she sleeps at like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock every single night. No, but like she sleeps anywhere between like 7:30 to 8:30 at night. She usually drinks her milk around the same time. She usually like naps around the same time, you know? So again, we're not like on this like super strict schedule right now, but we are on somewhat of a schedule. Just got the LV What bra do you wear with it? Okay, I'm gonna leave my favorite nursing bras that I've talked about before right here on the screen. You guys, these honestly are, in my opinion, some of the best nursing bras that I have tried. And for some reason, I actually tried a few different brands, a few different types of nursing bras, and they're not all the same. And this one is genuinely like my favorite. I love it. And especially with like the LV, you need something that to like really support the pumps, right? So you can be hands-free, and these work the best. So I will definitely link these for you guys in the description box below. Even if you're not using the LV and you just want really high quality nursing bras, these are it. Did you get any postpartum depression? And I would say that I did not get postpartum depression, but I definitely had the baby blues, which I just want to say, if you're going through it right now, I know it's so hard. I think I remember reading like over 80% of women that give birth go through or experience some sort of, you know, baby blues or postpartum depression, and you're not alone, and it will get better. I promise you. I know it's very hard. And you know what it is? It's just like so much happening all at once in such a short, literally overnight, I should say, actually. Your life changes overnight. And for me, I specifically felt very overwhelmed and anxious. Two of the types of feelings that, again, most new moms experience. For me, thankfully, it only lasted for about, I want to say like 10 or 11 days. And then after that, I really started to feel like myself again. But I know people who experience postpartum depression for months after giving birth, and I can just imagine how hard that is. So again, like, you know, if you are feeling any sort of depression or a lot of sadness, and it's okay to feel those things for a few days, but if it really lingers, talk to someone, get help. I actually remember right behind me, this is, you know, obviously our living room, but we were sitting here with my mom and my husband, and I could not stop crying. Like, I just could not stop crying. And I remember both of them like asking me, okay, explain, why are you upset? Try to like, you know, articulate and tell us why you're upset. And I just couldn't give them a good reason. Like, I couldn't give them a reason. I was just like, I'm not sure, but I can't stop crying. Again, it was like so out of my control. And it was so helpful for me to have both my husband and my mom that were so understanding, so caring, just kept reassuring me that this is normal. This happens to a lot of women. I think they did like research on their end too. And that just, having that their support meant the world to me at that time. And even now, of course, I got this question a lot as well. And that is all about newborn essentials. Stay tuned, you guys. I'm gonna do a whole video separately and like show you how I use these products and why I really, really love them. I will just say that babies they don't need as much as you think that they need. I definitely like overbought. I'm also so grateful because we received quite a bit in our registry, but a lot of things we didn't even end up using. So I really want to give you guys, you know, like a very, you know, detailed list of things that work so well for us, that continue to work so well for us. Stay tuned for that. How do you balance working and being a mom? And you guys, this is probably one of the hardest things for me right now. I'm definitely struggling with it a lot. So what's really helpful for me is to be able to switch off with my husband. So like he'll take turns, like he'll watch Mia and then I'll quickly work, or I'll watch Mia and he'll work, you know? So we definitely like switch off. And then the other thing that's like the biggest help for both Vishal and I is my mom. So my mom does help watch Mia for us, which I'm so extremely grateful for. Not even expressed into words how grateful I am for my mom, who is so obsessed with Mia, and Mia is so obsessed with my mom. It's like the cutest thing ever. The only way that I can really get anything done is I prioritize like my top 3 things for the day, and I do my best to get those done. Everything on top of that is just like a bonus, but if I just do those 3 things, I'm good. Any helpful apps for newborn feeding schedule? Yes, you guys, I love the baby tracker app. That is the one that we use and we love it. It's so easy to use and really tracks everything for your baby, so definitely recommend that. Are you still breastfeeding? Yes, I am still breastfeeding. I am also supplementing with formula. I would say, again, I talked about this on my Instagram, you guys. I've been doing like these like late night chats on there. I definitely want to do more. But yeah, I talked about it there. I'm probably doing like 70% breast milk and 30% formula, 60 to 70 I would say. Breast milk, and then like 30 to 40% formula depending on the day. And oh my gosh, can I just say, like, I just get so emotional talking about that, because in the beginning it was like not like that whatsoever. Can you talk about your breastfeeding journey and challenges? I can really talk about this for a very, very long time, but I'm not gonna like talk about it too much here. But if you are breastfeeding, let me just tell you, you're doing amazing. Like, you are doing so good, because it is so hard. And again, I never really understood, how is breastfeeding hard? Like, I always thought it was something so natural, and it is, but it's not something that just comes super naturally to everyone. For me, I remember in the beginning too, like being so upset that I wasn't producing enough milk, and you're so tired, and you're barely sleeping, and there's just like so many changes happening all at once. So it is extremely overwhelming in the beginning to figure out breastfeeding. You know, you're also dealing with like sore nipples and trying to figure out the latch. It is a lot, okay? So whatever you decide to choose, breastfeed, formula feed, do a combination like myself, you are doing amazing, okay? But what I will say is, if you do stick to it, if you decide to stick to breastfeeding, it does get easier. It did for me, for sure, and a lot of other people that I know personally as well, and it will get easier. It just takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, and I know how hard it is. For me also, like in the beginning, like I mentioned earlier, I was like barely producing any milk, and we decided to supplement, and for us personally, it was like the best decision ever. No regrets about that. We're still supplementing, and that is just working so well for me, so well for my baby. She is fed, she is happy, she's gaining weight nicely, she's healthy, and that's all I care about. Have you started your postpartum weight loss journey? I'm 3 months postpartum, don't know where to begin. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm trying to like lose the weight that I gained during my pregnancy. That's really not a focus of mine right now. I am working out though. I have gotten back in the gym. I'm doing anywhere between 2 to 3 times a week, just like 20 minutes. And that's like all I can do right now. And even on days when I can do that, like 20 minutes in the gym, I feel so accomplished and so grateful. And so like, you know, I just feel so good mentally. And I've talked about this before, like before I was pregnant, that for me, I love working out for my mental health more than my physical health, because on days when I work out, I feel so good, you know? Another thing that one of my nurses, let me also like finish my makeup as I'm talking, but another thing one of my nurses told me, I remember at the hospital, was that it took you 9 months to make the baby. Don't expect to go back to your body, if you ever even go back to your body, because I feel like for me personally, my body has like forever changed now after giving birth. Like, don't expect that to happen, you know, within 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. It's just not going to happen. And that's fine. Like, that's fine. Like, it really is not my focus. I have a very different mindset about my body right now. Like, when I look at my baby, I'm just like, wow, my body gave me my child. I do like going to the gym. I do like, you know, working out, but I'm not like super pushing myself. And also remember, like, you have to take it easy after you give birth. You know, it's not like I can't do all the workouts right away that I used to do before I gave birth. You know, it's like a slow, I'm going at a very slow, steady pace right now, and I'm really happy with that. Postpartum hair loss. Oh my gosh, so many of you guys want to know this as well. And I have not yet experienced any postpartum hair loss. But also I have heard and read almost everywhere that it does happen around like, you know, 3.5, 4 months. So I am thinking that if I am going to experience it, it's like coming, but not yet. I also did ask my mom, I asked my sisters, and yes, they did experience the postpartum hair loss. So, you know, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen to me as well. I just haven't experienced it just yet, but I will keep you guys posted when it does happen. Okay, total side note, I actually have a few of these Shiseido lipsticks, which are so fabulous. These ones right here. I think right after I'm done filming this video, I'm gonna actually film like a lip swatch video. Stay tuned for that. If I do, I'll actually link it for you guys in the description box below if it's already live on my Instagram. Okay, next question is, how did Kobe react to Mia when she first came home? Kobe is amazing with Mia. He is so amazing with Mia, and I just feel so blessed to have him in our lives, and he will forever be my first fur baby. He is so gentle. He just like smells her, he walks away, and he stares at her and she stares back at him, especially when he's like wagging his tail or like when he's just walking by, she just stares at him, and it is the cutest thing ever. It literally warms up my heart. And you know, I've always known this about Kobe because we do have other kids in our family. He's extremely gentle with kids. It just like melts my heart. Like literally my heart like wants to burst because he's so gentle and so calm. Okay, I'm almost done with this look. You guys, how freaking good is this lip combo right here? Actually, I'm really feeling this look. I always do the same type of look, I know you guys, but like these are my tones, this is my vibe. I don't wear makeup all that much, and when I do wear makeup, I just love makeup like this, so that's why it's always the same. But anyway, today's video is not really about the makeup. Let's go back to these questions. As of now, do you think Mia looks more like you or Vishal? So you guys tell me, what do you guys think? Everyone in our life thinks that she's kind of like the perfect mix of both Vishal and I. And I agree. Like there are some days where she looks exactly like Vishal, especially when she sleeps. She looks exactly like him, and she smiles exactly like that. Like her smile is exactly like Vishal. And also like from her eyes and like forehead is also like Vishal. And then I would say like from her nose or like from here down, she looks exactly like me. There are some days when, you know, Vishal is holding her where I'm like, oh my God, it's like a tiny little version of myself. But I honestly do think that she's like a really good mix of both of us. Oh, this is so sweet. Nothing specific. How are you? How's mom life? Thank you so much for asking that question. Honestly, mom life is amazing. It really is so amazing. I wake up every day and I just feel so grateful for my life. I felt that way before Mia, but now especially having my daughter, I look at her and I'm not joking, like still, like I can stare at her for hours and hours because I just can't believe that she's mine, she's real, and she's here. And it just is like, it just makes your whole day, like when you see a baby, I feel like. I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know how to explain it, except that motherhood is amazing. That being said, I will also say it is by far the hardest job ever for me. It is 24/7. And you have this little tiny person that is fully dependent on you. And even if you're tired or you don't feel like doing something, the person is fully dependent on you. So you have to fully be there, you know, and there's no days off, but it's also so rewarding. It's just as like, I don't know how to explain. It's like the hardest job, but it's also the best thing ever. What's your daily routine like? Do you want more kids? So our daily routine, I guess I'll tell you like what a day in the life looks like for us right now. So basically we'll wake up, Vishal will go and walk Kobe, I'll feed Mia, I'll change her diaper, and then we'll play with her, and then she'll take a nap. And while she's napping, we'll quickly just like, for me, I'll like do stuff around the house, and you know, Vishal will quickly squeeze in like a workout. Like that's usually what we have been doing. And then he'll come back up and then he'll take care of Mia, and then I'll go and either work out or do stuff again around the house, get my day set up, get my day started. I'll do my skincare, and then again, she'll eat, you know, play, nap, eat, play, nap, like that, you know. That's pretty much our day. I'm just gonna quickly do the rest of the questions like rapid fire style. How many questions do I have left? Okay, not that many. All right, next question is, how do you balance everything? Honestly, it's really, really hard. And I will just confidently say that you can't do everything. You just can't. It's okay to ask for help. That whole saying that it takes a village to raise a child is so true. And I'm just so extremely grateful for my mom, for Vishal's parents. They come and help out. My mom's always here. And it's just is so helpful to have family. What I will do that's been also super helpful for us is, you know, like usually on Sundays, Vishal's parents will come over for a little bit. When they're here and like, you know, everyone is spending time with Mia, I will go and meal prep for the week. Like I have found that to be so helpful because then during the week, I'm just like taking stuff out of the fridge and just like eating, you know what I mean? So it's like quick and easy. It is hard for sure, but you kind of just like find your own rhythm and it just somehow works out. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it just all works out somehow. Are you teaching baby your language? And yes, we definitely are. So Vishal actually doesn't speak Hindi. He didn't grow up speaking Hindi. So I feel like I'm teaching Mia as well as Vishal at the same time. So my mom only talks to Mia in Hindi. And for me, I speak to Mia in both Hindi and English. I'll use like certain little words and sentences with her in Hindi because it just is so important for me and for Vishal that she speaks Hindi. You know, I feel like he always says like he regrets not knowing Hindi. He actually knows a lot more than he thinks he knows. So yes, she will definitely be speaking both English and Hindi. And it's very important for us to teach her both. Did you have a C-section, and how are you treating your stretch marks? No, I did not have a C-section. I did have an assisted vaginal birth. I will actually leave my birth story for you guys in the description box below. In terms of stretch marks, I have them. They're there. I don't really think that there's anything you can do to like specifically treat stretch marks. Unless of course there's like laser treatments or anything like that, which I'm not doing, not concerned about whatsoever. Honestly, they don't bother me. They just don't bother me. They're there. There's really not much I can do about it, and I'm just kind of embracing them. And honestly, it just reminds me that, like, again, my body created another human being, and that's kind of like the way that I look at my stretch marks. So I'm gonna leave the last question with this one, which also came up quite a bit, and that is, will you have more children? So now I can confidently say this after having our baby Mia, that we definitely want to have more kids. I would love to give Mia a little sibling. Like, I'm so close to my siblings that it would be so important for her to have a sibling as well, you know? So definitely one more. Not anytime soon though, fam. Not anytime soon at all. We are definitely going to take our time. But yeah, I definitely think we want to have more kids in the future for sure. All right, guys, we have made it to the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I think I answered most of the questions that were asked. If I missed something, definitely ask below and I will answer all the comments there. Before you head out, again, definitely check out Shiseido. I will be linking this serum as well as all of the other products that I used to create this look in the description box below. Definitely check there, subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!